You got the promotion, or the raise, or the number on your offer letter finally had the zero you'd been chasing. And for about a week, it felt incredible. Then it just stopped. Not stopped like something went wrong. Stopped like it was never really there. The new salary became your salary. The new title became your title. And somewhere in there, you went right back to feeling like you needed the next thing. If that happened to you, I want you to know something first. You didn't do anything wrong. Your brain did exactly what it is built to do. Back in the 70s, two psychologists, Brickman and Campbell, ran a study that's still talked about today. They looked at two very different groups of people, lottery winners, and people who'd survived accidents that left them paralyzed. You'd expect those two groups to end up in completely different places, emotionally. And for a little while, they did. The winners were thrilled. The accident survivors were devastated. But give it about 18 months, and something strange happened. Both groups drifted back toward roughly the same baseline happiness they'd had before any of it happened. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. But you don't need the term. You already know the feeling. It's the thing where anything good, a raise, a new phone, a bigger apartment, feels amazing for a while, and then quietly becomes just normal. Here's why this one stings more with money than almost anywhere else. An economist named Richard Easterlin asked people a simple question: how much money would you need to feel happy? People earning around $30,000 a year said around 50 would do it. People already earning $100,000, they said they'd need 250. Same question, wildly different answer because the goalpost moves with you. It's called the Easterlin Paradox, and here's the part that actually matters for you. It's not just that you adapt to the new number, it's that you immediately start comparing yourself to people slightly ahead of you. The colleague who got promoted faster, the friend whose new title sounds a bit more impressive than yours. So the moment you close one gap, your brain has already found the next one. Quick, honest question. Think about the last raise or promotion you got. How long did the good feeling actually last before it just felt normal? Comment the number of weeks below. I have a feeling most answers are going to be a lot shorter than people expect. Here's what makes this genuinely unfair, and I think it's worth saying out loud. Adaptation doesn't work the same way in both directions. Research on this is pretty consistent. We adapt to good things faster and more completely than we adapt to bad ones. So a pay cut, a demotion, a bad year, that sticks with you longer. But a raise? That fades fast. Which means if you're chasing the next promotion hoping it'll finally make you feel like you've arrived, you're playing a game where the finish line was never built to hold still. That's not pessimism. It's just how the system actually works. And once you know that, you can stop being surprised by it every single time. So if the goalpost always moves, what do you actually do? 1. Notice the fade out loud, on purpose. Next time something good happens, and a few weeks later it starts feeling normal, just say it to yourself. There it goes, right on schedule. That tiny bit of naming it takes away a surprising amount of its sting. 2. Chase variety, not just more. Research on this is pretty clear. A bigger number adapts fast, but a change in kind, a new experience, a new skill, a different kind of challenge, tends to stay fresh longer than just a bigger version of the same thing. 3. Pick your comparison on purpose. You're going to compare yourself to somebody. That part isn't optional. But you do get to choose who. Compare yourself to where you were 2 years ago instead of to the person one rung above you right now. That single swap changes almost everything about how progress feels. If you want to go deeper on why this comparison instinct is so hard to switch off, we've actually covered the specific mechanism behind it in another video on this channel, the one about why your phone makes you feel behind. Worth watching right after this one. You are not ungrateful. You are not someone who can never be satisfied. You're just a person whose brain does exactly what every other brain on the planet does. The promotion was real. The feeling fading wasn't a flaw in you. It was just the system working the way it always does. Send this to someone who just got some good news and is quietly wondering why it doesn't feel as big as they thought it would. Subscribe if you're tired of knowing what to do and still not doing it. I'll see you in the next one.